So I had lunch with a friend who has a B2B office furniture business, and he wanted to know what the best approach would be to start selling on Amazon. In this video, I'm gonna share with you the strategy I would use if I were in his shoes. If you're a B2B business selling a physical product and have always wondered how to sell on Amazon, well, this video is for you. Welcome to my channel. My name is Spencer. I've been bootstrapping e-commerce startups for the past decade. I co-founded Solo Stove, a company we started in a garage with $15,000. And last year, Solo Stove had sales of over $130 million. I have nothing to sell you. I make these videos purely to help other entrepreneurs. So hit that subscribe button and join me each week. Now let's get to the video. With Amazon owning roughly 50% of all e-commerce sales this year, it makes sense for my friend to feel like he should be selling on Amazon. And since I've been selling on Amazon since 2010 and have sold tens of millions of dollars on Amazon, I know a thing or two about Amazon because I've seen a thing or two. But since he's relatively new to Amazon selling, it's important to know what Amazon is before he dives into selling on their platform. Amazon was built to provide great customer service to their customers. And by doing so, they increase traffic to their site, which in turn attracts sellers. The more sellers there are, the more product selection there is, which in Amazon's eyes creates a better customer experience. This flywheel leads to lower cost structures and in turn drives down prices. It's good old American competition at its finest. More people drive in more sellers, which creates more products and in turn lowers prices. So it's natural for new sellers like my friend to feel that if they're gonna be competitive, they need to get aggressive on pricing. But remember, this is exactly how Amazon wants sellers to behave. Now, if my friend's business also wants to race to the bottom, then his interest would be totally aligned with Amazon's, and he'll be in great hands when he starts selling on their platform. But if he doesn't think his business goals include a price race to the bottom, he's probably wanting the opposite. If he's like me, he wants to protect his price and make a margin that supports the growth of his company. So how should my friend set himself up to sell on Amazon and be able to demand a higher price? Well, here's how. His company manufactures and assembles office furniture. The bulk of what they sell is through more traditional channels like designers and sales reps. So right off the bat, there's a disconnect between the end user and their company. This is normal. That's what B2B means, business to business. But Amazon is B2C, business to consumer. So we need to first address the fact that there's a communication gap between him and his true end user, the customer. This is important as we think of the next big piece of the puzzle, which is brand. If my friend wants to sell directly to consumers, he needs to focus on building a brand that speaks directly to his customers, not to other businesses, as the messaging is very different. A nice website, good copy, a great logo, that's all a good start, but I believe that a true brand is built on communication. Communication between a company and their target customer. A company does all they can to communicate who they are, why they exist, and what they sell. Then it's up to the consumer to decide if that resonates with them and whether or not they accept that brand. That's a little oversimplified, but for the sake of time, we'll go with it. This takes a lot of effort and time. Like a tree, while you can water and fertilize it to stimulate growth, you really can't rush it. And for the most part, it grows slow and steady and just takes time. Kind of like a fine wine. At least that's what I hear because I don't drink. So he should start working on this now. In the digital age of e-commerce, this communication happens through whatever medium your customers spend time on. Right now, it's email, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, LinkedIn, SMS, and even TV. Wherever your customers' eyeballs are focused throughout the day, that's where he can talk with them. He needs to be there with them, anywhere and everywhere, and he needs to be their friend. He should provide them with value and make them want to hear from him often. So assuming brand messaging is well thought through, the first step of Amazon's success is to start communicating and building a relationship of trust with his customers off of Amazon. Simple to understand, but not always easy to do. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, I thought we were talking about selling on Amazon. Yep, we are, so hang in with me. The next obvious step is to make sure he has a product that the end consumer wants or needs. Since his business is B2B, his products are mostly corporate office furniture. He needs to think through and design a product, or better, a line of product that he can sell to consumers. They need to be catered to the home space. That's where consumers live, in a home, not in a corporate office. When it's ready, he can tactfully introduce the product or product line to his customers who he's been communicating with. He should already have a decent relationship with them, so this should feel really natural. While all of this is going on, he lists his consumer-focused products on Amazon as a 3P FBA seller for the price that he wants, even if it's way higher than the competition. Protect the margin. You're probably thinking, wait, that's it? Yep, that's the strategy, and let me explain how it works. When you're a 3P FBA seller on Amazon, there isn't a ton you can do on the Seller Central platform to sell more other than to use the marketing levers Amazon has set up, which for the most part foster fierce competition among sellers and all lead to everyone lowering their prices. Remember Amazon's Flywheel? They're very good at making that thing spin. So in order to not get caught up in it, you need to focus your marketing efforts off of Amazon, where you control what's happening. And the best thing you can do is to strengthen your brand and relationship with your customers. This naturally creates demand for your product. Since Amazon commands roughly 50% of all e-commerce sales today, there's a good chance that when your customers are ready to, they will want to buy on Amazon because they're conditioned to. We can't blame them, but we can definitely be there if that's where they choose to shop. By driving demand for your brand, you'll find that customers will actively search out your brand name on Amazon and are more likely to convert when they find you. Amazon has back-end analytics and PPC tools where you can see this all happen. And if you've done your job well, you'll see that they're looking for you, not some no-name generic brand. They want the brand they can trust, the one that has built a relationship with them over time. As quality, high-converting traffic searches and visits your listings and eventually buys, the conversion rates spike, which help give your listings a natural boost in Amazon's algorithm. Amazon sees that a high percentage of people who end up on your listing actually buy and naturally says, if this is happening, let's show it to more people. Amazon starts to show your listing to more people, which in turn increases sales, a virtuous cycle that you're in control of. And while there's always competition, your brand value is difficult to replicate, especially for other pure Amazon sellers. They'll be left wondering why people are buying your product at such a higher price when theirs is the same but much less. They'll never raise their prices. That would seem counterintuitive. They'll only keep dropping their prices, and you and I know that's a road that leads to a lot of tears and sadness. The stronger your brand and relationship with your customers become, the faster the virtuous cycle spins, and you get your fair share of the Amazon pie. I say your fair share because you don't want it all. You want quality sales, quality customers who will pay a premium price because they value your brand. Customers who want a no-name, cheap alternative, well, let's leave those customers to someone else. So if you're in the same boat as my friend and thinking how to get your fair share of the Amazon pie, think about pulling customers to you and to your brand instead of trying to push them to your Amazon product page. The art of pulling high quality traffic to your Amazon listings is just that. It's an art and requires thought, patience, and practice. But like any artist, if you're dedicated to your craft, you'll get there. In the immortal words of Bob Ross, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. If this video was helpful, hit the like button, subscribe, you know the drill. Until next time, good luck, work hard, and I'll see you in the next video.